Hi you guys, my name is Jackie and this is my channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. Please consider subscribing to the channel and ringing the notification bell. You don't want to miss a single upload. And for my returning subscribers, it's always good to see you. In today's video, we are going to be testing out some new products that I hauled, and I'm also going to give a rapid review and a first impression of what I think about the products. So if you're interested in seeing how I was able to obtain this look, then you'll have to keep watching. Okay, you guys, it looks like we're actually doing this. It looks like today I'm finally going to be able to record and possibly get a video up. It's been such a long time, but let's just go ahead and get started. I want to use a lot of new products that I hauled. So I have pulled them and put them in this tray, and this is what we're going to be focusing on today, and just a few of my other items that I don't have in the tray. So first of all, let's just go ahead and moisturize our face. I'm still using this Glam Glow, and it is just about done. So I'm happy about that. So I'm gonna go ahead and get some moisture back into the skin. I have been up a little bit. I've had my coffee, had my breakfast, and I thought if this was gonna happen, we might as well get started early. And that's lucky. Rattling around. His keychain, his dog tags are rattling. He just came from the groomers a few days ago, and when he does, he's a little itchy. His ears are itchy, so he just has to work through that. Okay, so we have our moisturizer on. And the first new product that I thought I would try out with you guys, and really, I think I just messed up because I think I've seen the most success when I don't bring my moisturizer up underneath my eyes so far. But I do want to try this. I've used it before, but this is the Peter Thomas Roth Clinical Skincare, and this is the Instant Firm XI. It's a temporary eye tightener. Some days when I use this, I feel like I don't see anything. And then other days, I feel like I do. But you have to go in with not a lot, but the first time I went in with it, I didn't use nearly enough. And the second time, I really felt my under eyes begin to tighten. But like I said, I don't think I should have put my moisturizer. I think this works better when you put it down on bare skin. And then maybe put a moisturizer or something on top. But we're gonna see how it, how it works. Like I said, you can definitely feel your eyes begin to tighten. And it does leave a little white cast, but when you put your foundation and stuff on, you don't see it. Okay, so we have that on. And next, I do want to put this lip oil on. And it's just by Cab Beauty. It's one of my favorite lip oils. Smells so good. I like it because it's really thick like a gloss. Okay, so we have that on. And what are you going to do first? I do know. What are you going to do first? Our face? Yeah, let's go ahead and start prepping our skin. And we'll probably do our eyes first. So for prepping our skin, I do have this new product, which is the No Problem Primer by Touch and Soul. I have the Laura Mercier Pure Canvas Primer. And I think these are the only two newbies on the block. So we'll use both of these. Now, I have used this one by the No Problem by Touch and Soul. And actually, I didn't really notice anything. Sir, can you calm that down just a little bit? Huh, baby? I didn't notice anything much. So we're going to go in with the Laura Mercier, and this is just a silicone-free protecting primer, it says. It says apply liberally. So we're going to do that, or what I consider liberally. So you can see a little bit of the white cast from the eye cream we just put on. And I'm trying to definitely pay attention and look for results. Because sometimes I use products and I just put them on, but I'm not really paying attention to what it's doing. Okay, this is a nice primer. I think it's just more or less like a smoothing primer, because I don't really see anything with my pores or anything. It is just a little tacky on the skin. So we're going to go in now with our No Problem primer. And this is what it looks like. And same thing with this. I think it's more smoothing, but I don't notice that it really diffuses any of my pores or anything. I just kind of feel like it is a little silicone. But like I said, I don't notice that it really does much for my pore area. Yeah, I'm not really seeing it, but I'll keep using it and keep looking to see if anything develops. Okay, so we're just gonna let that sit. Now, I didn't really shop the Sephora sale, you guys, because I felt like I had just been spending too much money. But I did pick up two products because they were 30% off from the Sephora collection. So I did finally pick up the Sephora Best Skin Ever. And I picked this up in 50N. And I don't even know why I picked up the powder. I have powder growing out of my ears, but I did pick up the Sephora Translucent Setting Powder. Did not need this. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna first do our eyebrows. I just kind of tried to shape them up. I had them done. Every time I go get them done, I like them the first time, and then when they go back for a touch-up, it seems like something goes awry. So didn't really care for them this time, so that's why I went ahead and started trying to shape them back up myself. But we're going to use the Juvia's Place eyebrow pencil. It says this is the Eye Sculpt Eye Shade Brow Pencil. And I have this in the shade Dark Brown. And I do like the pencil. I really initially thought I wouldn't, because when I swatched it across my hand, it just felt kind of like, it didn't feel creamy to me. And I don't like a creamy brow pencil that will move on you, but this one just felt, you know, kind of scratchy at first, but now I like it. But what I do find with this brow pencil is that it's hard when I get to the tail, because the lady took all the hair off. Hardly left me any, so it's kind of hard to fill in on bare skin. And what I'll do then is go in with my Cabral, because it just goes on beautifully. So let's go ahead and start with our brows. It does come with a spoolie. And I'm probably just going to do one brow on camera and then the other one off. And this is, you know, you can roll it up and roll it back down. And this shade is really a good shade for my brows. I shaded them up today because when I did my brows yesterday, when I'm telling you they were thick, they were real thick. I was like, oh my gosh. So before I came on camera today, I did want to kind of shape them up a little bit. Yeah, no, I can't talk right now. And literally, this is where I'll get to before I have to kind of go in with my brow, because now I'm just running the pencil on bare skin. And even when I try to do the, you know, the little hair strokes, they don't really show up that way because I really don't have any brows back here. Looks like this is what we're getting. So I'm going to take the brow just a little bit and see if I can define things just a little bit more. Actually, this brow doesn't look too bad. Yep, I think that's about it. Yeah, so I'm gonna hop back on and after I finish the other brow up. Okay, so both of my brows are basically done. I think for our palette today, well, first, let me go ahead and prime my lids. I have the Eye Prep Eye Primer, and I have this in shade 2. This is by Juvia's Place. So as I use the products, I'm just giving a rapid review of what I think of them, so I don't have to, you know, spend a lot of time at the end of the video. So again, this is in the shade 2. Now, what I have noticed about this primer is that you only need a little bit, but I noticed the first time that I wore it that it creased on me. So, you know, I always shake it up and blend it and all that good stuff. But yeah, it creased. So now when I use it on the days that I do actually wear eyeshadow, I make sure that I set it with powder to keep it from creasing. And that has actually been working pretty well. So if you have it and you have the same problem, just try setting it and seeing if that works a little bit better for you. Now, other than that, I like it. So I'm going to go in with my Sephora powder and go ahead and set it down. And I've only used this once. I was saving it, but then I wanted to go ahead and try it. Okay. So the eyeshadow palette that we're using today, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Well, I am sure. Let me roll my sleeves up because I know I'm going to be doing some swatches. So I did pull 3. I have used this Natasha Denona Peak palette, and I used this one in the collab we did with luxury makeup products, you know, shaming people for using luxury makeup products. I did have this eyeshadow palette on in that video, and I want to say that I may have had it in my recent video talking trash about these brands. I want to say that maybe I did. I can't remember for sure, but I know I had it on in, you know, makeup, in the makeup shaming collab video. And then I pulled this one for my Shop My Stash. This is a Colourpop palette and it's called Wine and Only. I have used this a few times and I like this, or the couple of shades that I used. So I have used this. I've used this shade. This shade is so pretty, but I don't think I've used that one. Oh, and I've used this shade, you know, just the 1, 2, and I've used this shade. So this has just been a really, not a really in-depth use of the palette, just in the morning. So I'm just putting something on my eyes real quick. But so far, I really do like it. And then I also pulled this Ace Beauté Falling For You palette. Have not touched it. And that's why I think I'm going to use this one today, because fall is going to be done pretty soon. And I still have not used this palette. So I thought we would do some swatches. This is what the palette looks like. It's very pretty. I just have not touched it. So I'm just going to swatch it. I'm going to go straight across, straight across, straight across for you. So we're going to start with the shade Chestnut. Now, I know that they were saying that the formula has changed and that, you know, it's supposed to be an improvement. This next shade is Persimmon. Well, I'll tell you after I get them swatched. They said that this new formula is supposed to be an improvement, but I can't tell you because I've never, ooh, this is pretty. I've never used, this is my first Ace Beauté palette. So this is the first row. So at the top, like I said, that's Chestnut. The next shade is Persimmon. The next one is Cedar. And the next one is Candy Corn. I'm going to start right here. And this shade is called Pine Cone. I will say that the shadows are very smooth to the touch. Okay. And starting with Pine Cone. Then we have Cherry Pie. What's that next one? Spice. This is Spice and Cranberry. Okay, so the next shade that we're starting with is called Apple. Okay. Oh, these went to the side. Okay, so we started with Apple. I think this one is Apple. And then we did, what's that, Squash? Is that Squash? Yeah. Then we did Squash, Pumpkin Pie, and Autumn. So here are the swatches. I thought that would help me determine what eye look I wanted to do, but not really. I still don't know what I want to do. Let's see, what do I want to go in with first? Sometimes when an eyeshadow palette stumps me, like this one, you guys may look at this and say, oh, that's nothing. For me, it's stumping me. So sometimes when that happens, I have to go in and work my way out. Have you guys ever had to do that? What that means is I'll have to start here and work my way out. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up some glitter glue. I'm not sure which sparkly shade I'm going to use, but I'm going to pick up a little glitter glue. So I think the first shade I know that I want to use is called Apple, and it's going to be this shade right here. Seems like it should be called Apple Pie, but it's just Apple. I'm just going to go ahead and put this beautiful shade. So next we're going to go in with the shade Pumpkin Pie. It's this shade right here. I think they look nice together. Yeah, sometimes if you just know what you want to be the main attraction on your eye, what shade that is, it's easier to work around that after you place it down, at least for me. Okay, we have these two shades. Now I need a shade to deepen my outer V. I don't know if it's going to show up, but we're going to go in with Pine Cone. Okay, and now we're going to go in with Pine Cone. I think you can see it. You know, I'll go back in and kind of blend everything out, but for now, I'm just getting them laid down. I'm going to spray my brush just a little. Then I'm going to pick up this fluffy brush and I'm going to go in with the shade Autumn right next to Pumpkin. I'm going to go in with this shade right here just to kind of blend a little bit up here. And then I'm going to tap into Squash right here. So we have our face primed. Oh, I did pick up the Sephora foundation, the Best Skin Ever by Sephora. I picked this up from the VIB sale, and I kind of think I've already told y'all this. I'm not sure. So this is in the shade 50N. So we're going to use this today. Okay, so I have used this foundation twice, and I think it's a pretty nice foundation. I think it looked pretty well on the skin. So we're going to go in with it today. And just going to get it on the skin. These dogs, I don't know. These dogs that are here now, that's all you hear at night and during the day, just barking constantly. First it starts over there. At night it's over there. Lucky's over there asleep, so I know it's not him. Well, he was. There he goes. Shouldn't have said his name. I think this is a decent shade match. Oh, and as far as the palette, even though I struggle with getting a decent look, I think the shadows are really nice and they're very pigmented. You know, just only with the kind of glittery metallic shades that I have some fallout, but really not a lot. Especially when I put the glitter glue down and spray my brush. Okay, and you guys know me. One coat of foundation is generally all I need, or all I use. I do have hyperpigmentation here and just a little bit right here. So for our concealer, we are using a new concealer, and I have used this a few times. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the concealer here, and we picked this up in the shade 18. You know, I always use it with my Tarte, any concealer these days I use with my Tarte Glow Wand. So on this eye, I'm going to use the Tarte Glow Wand. And then just the concealer. And this concealer is definitely a mattifying concealer. I'm going to go in on the other side with just the concealer, so you can get a true picture of just the concealer. Okay, so this has the glow wand and the concealer, and this is just the concealer only. And I do like always adding the glow wand. Do we have a powder? No. So we're going to go ahead and use just a little bit of the Sephora powder. And again, wasn't necessary. I didn't need it. I just bought it. Going to take my Real Techniques brush. Just put a little bit in the lid here. This kind of looks almost like the, to me, it looks like the Hourglass powder as far as the shade. And I don't want to go in with the sponge and pack it on. Okay, I have the powder on. Let me put a little bit right here because I'm already starting to be shiny. It's a little warm in the house. For the rest of my face, I'm taking my Fenty Beauty powder. Just taking a little brush, or a smaller brush, and then just going right here with the Fenty powder, just so I don't have that line. I'm going to take my LYS bronzer, and this is in the shade Strength. This is the bronzer shade right here. This looks more like it right here. I'm just going to pick up a brush. And now This is I love this bronzer. It's very pigmented. I like the way it looks on my skin. So no complaints about that. I will say for my half caked In Bloom blush, that this is in the shade Day and Night. This is what it looks like. I will say that I don't like using this this blush with my bronzer because they're so close together in shade that you really can't tell the difference between the two. So I noticed that right off the bat. So I've been just sticking to my Laura Mercier Pomegranate blush so you can see the difference between the, well, let me just show you. So this is the half caked and Day and Night. So when I go in with my blush, it's very similar in tone. It just makes it look to me less like you just have added more bronzer or you've deepened up your bronzer shade. So I haven't been using this with this bronzer. I've been using my Laura Mercier blush in the shade Pomegranate. This is Pomegranate right here. I just been really sticking to this blush. And you can kind of see the berry tone coming through next to the bronzer. So I like this one a lot better with the bronzer. Okay, now for our highlighter, we have two to choose from. We have the LYS and Smashbox. Okay, this is my LYS bronzer, and again, this is in the shade Aim High. And this is the shade and what it looks like. There it is right here. And then we have our Smashbox, and this is called Halo. And this is what the shades look like in this one. This side over here is kind of like a putty, and it's called Golden Bronze Putty. Right here. And this is it swatched right here. And then next to it is Golden Bronze Powder. This is Golden Bronze Powder. So I think I'm going to go in with the putty side today. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and take my Fenty. That's just my makeup refreshing spray. Spray it on. And let's do our lower lash line. Now I think I'm going to go in with the chestnut shade and kind of line my upper and lower lash line with it. But you know I'm not good with eyeliner. This may not even show up if I put lashes on. We're gonna go ahead and take our chestnut shade again, but this time on a little bit of a bigger brush. Yeah, I'll go in with. Try to keep it tight. I should have stayed with the same brush. All right, and now I'm gonna take maybe the same brush, just clean it off on my color switch, and go in with pumpkin pie and kind of blend it out. Yeah, it's much better on this eye. And I'm just gonna grab a little bit of apple. We're almost done, people. We're almost done. Okay, you guys, I am back. Truthfully, I started to do the lips and come back with the look complete, because when I tell you that this video has been going on for hours, I have been starting, stopping. This is just too much. So I'm ready to close off the video. I grabbed 3 lipsticks. This is Going North. I don't know if this, let's see. And so this is Going North. I don't know if that is the one for me today. This one is Y2K. Oh, this one might be it. Y2K. We'll set this to the side. And this one is 21 Questions. This could possibly be it. Okay, I think it's the 21 Questions. Yeah, I think we want to use this lipstick for today. Hi, baby. Okay. Lip liner on. Don't know about the, I don't know about this shade. It is what it is. Doesn't really look fall. We're gonna use it anyway. I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. I ate myself sick. We had good food. Yeah, this is a good look color. Let me see if I can scooch it in. We have been at this for hours, you guys. But I'm glad I got a video out for you and got to sit here and chat with you a few minutes. Let me move some of the stuff out of the way. Okay, you guys, so this is the completed look for today's video. Using the Ace Beauté Falling For You palette. Again, these are the colors inside. It's a very pretty palette, and I think the formula is great. Like I said, I never tried one before, so I couldn't tell you if this one is better than the other one, but this formula is good. And I kind of gave you, like I said, I kind of gave you a rapid review of the products as I was using them, just so you would know. And that's it, you guys. I didn't even bother to take my pajama top off. I just threw it on. But yeah, that's it for today's video. Thank the Lord, because like I said, this has been going on forever. I wanted to have story time with you guys, but this eyeshadow look was giving me a run for my money. So I had to focus. I had to concentrate, so I couldn't do story time. But I promise you, my next Get Ready With Me, I will finish telling you guys the story, okay? I promise. So that completes today's video. If you did enjoy the video, please consider subscribing to the channel, giving this video a thumbs up, and ringing the notification bell. It just lets you know each and every time that I upload a video. And share the channel, because you know I don't mind. And lastly, please know that you are always welcomed and wanted here on my channel. And with that said, thank you guys for hanging in there with me. I know I've been MIA, but I appreciate you guys so much. And until the next time, stay safe and be blessed. Bye-bye.